Bringing out the big guns!
Hello viewer, and welcome to another episode of Paladins gameplay commentary. This time I'm going to play Ruckus with the talent Aerial Assault. I feel like Aerial Assault is pretty good on this map. The added mobility as well as the vertical mobility works out really well on this map, where there are places where you need that vertical mobility to get to high ground. I'll be showing you a couple of examples of where vertical mobility can be used in the game, as and when we come across those situations. Now, jumping into the game, I start by peeking the right side window in an attempt to rain down some damage on the front lines. However, this proved to be a pretty bad mistake, as my damage just ended up being out-healed by Ceres. All of my damage output throughout the entire encounter was just wasted, because Ceres managed to heal through all of it. This will become less of a problem as Hot Rise comes online, but early game it's very difficult to take a team with Ceres just head on like that. What I should have done was to start by flanking the right side, maybe get a pick off on Drogos, or even better the Ceres, and then we would have had a better chance of taking the point over there. But as things stand now, they managed to easily take the point, and right now they have the forward momentum and they're able to push us back. So here I'm trying to maintain the chokehold here and keep them pushed back, but here I make another big mistake by trying to dive in an attempt to finish off that Talus that was low on health. But that was a pretty blatant mistake, because I ended up dying and I didn't even get the Talus. So it's important to keep in mind not to let that greed go unchecked. So we're regrouping now, and we're trying to mount a defense again, trying to stop their forward momentum. So like I said earlier, Aerial Assault, I'm going to be showing here how effective it can be used. So if you notice right there, when I started off, I was on the other side of the wall and quite far away from Drogos. But within a very short span of time, I managed to cover that ground, get a jump on Drogos, and take him out. Unfortunately, I didn't capitalize on the advantage we got by killing the Drogos. I ended up just dying because, again, I was a greedy little piggy and I decided to jump on the Ceres, and I ended up just getting caught out of position.
30 seconds remaining.
In the end, it wasn't too bad. We managed to push back their momentum and hold the ground. Once again I died.
15 seconds remaining.
At this point I was getting a bit frustrated, because I had 3 deaths in a very short span of time and no significant contribution towards my damage output. So at this point I was a bit frustrated. I was wondering what I should do differently, how I should handle the next few encounters so that I can maximize my potential. For this push, like I said earlier, the best thing, or the best approach that I can take, is to try to flank from the right side and maybe get a pick off on Drogos or Ceres.
Capture point spawning.
If I am
in
able
15
to do
seconds.
that, we'd be in a much better position in order to take the point. Another thing I completely forgot during this match
4,
is
3,
the shortest
2,
path
1.
from the spawn to the point. It's actually taking the right side over there and then jumping down over here. Maybe in another gameplay video I'll show that path, because that's the shortest way to get in. The Cassie ulti really helps me pinpoint Drogo's position here and get that flank off. Unfortunately, my attempt to flank was thwarted yet again, and I just got ulted in the face by Ruckus. What this did help us do, however, was take out the Drogos at the same time, because the Drogos had to compromise his position in order to get to me, and ended up getting taken down by Zin. So with that small advantage, it looked like we were able to take the point, apply pressure, and bring them down. Oh, hello, Inara. Seems like Inara is either AFK or hiding right there behind there. I'm trying to peek to figure out what's going on, and it looks like Inara is just... Well, it actually looks like he was hiding, and he was like, okay, if I look away, then they can't see me. You just have to stay really still, and maybe they won't see me. Didn't end up working out for the Inara, however. And once again, I died because I was too aggressive, and I jumped in way too far when I should have been backing up. I didn't have the health, I didn't have the position to jump in like that, and I need to stop myself when I feel that urge to jump in. Nando ultis here in an attempt to save the Damba. However, it was completely wasted because Damba didn't take advantage of the fact. Ooh, nice shot. Anyways, like I was saying, Maldamba really should have taken advantage of the fact that Fernando ulted for him. It's a very loud noise when Fernando ultis, so you need to be aware of that and make sure you're around him, especially if you're low on health. Now that I have high ground, I can take advantage of it and pick off the high value targets. Zin and I were able to get the Ceres down, followed quickly by the Drogos. Make sure you take advantage of aerial assault in situations like that. I was able to close that gap without wasting too much time while still being able to maintain the high ground. It seemed like Inara derped out over there, probably disconnected, which explains the earlier very odd behavior. And it also explains why it was so easy to push that through to the end. Hopefully Inara comes back towards the end of this game, because it's never fun when someone disconnects for both teams, especially if the person who's disconnected is on your team.
Capture point spawning in
I really
15
sympathize with
seconds.
them, and it's unfortunate, but it happens. So something I haven't talked about much this game is item compositions.
3,
For this game, I aimed mostly for cauterized and master riding. Master riding because this is a very long map, and master riding really helps close out that distance and get to the point and objective much faster. I tried flanking right side here again with my earlier idea of getting the Drogos, but it didn't end up working out because I got caught by the Mako on the right side, and the Drogos ended up coming from the left side anyways. Here's another instance where aerial assault really came into the picture well. I was able to aerial assault onto the top of that high ground there, which is difficult to get to otherwise. And with the CC immunity provided by my ulti, I was able to counter the Ceres ulti and quickly take out the Ceres, followed by the Talus that had just ulted in, and then the Mako. The triple kill there was pretty critical in helping us capture this point and winning the game.
Push the payload.
This last bit seems to just be some token resistance, because without the Inara, it's very difficult to try and capture again from this point.
Another win.
A 5-man standing on point victory. You don't see that very often.
The best in the galaxy!
the best in the galaxy? That's arguable. Just maybe be above average in the galaxy.
Another win.
Done it without you.
I'm
I
not
know.
surprised.
Another win. Drybar says he wasn't surprised. To be fair, I wasn't surprised either. When the Inara got disconnected, it was pretty much a guaranteed victory for us. 12-5-17 with 66k damage. Not my best Ruckus performance. The beginning of the game went pretty rough for me. I had a bunch of deaths back to back, which would have definitely hampered my damage output. So let's go ahead and jump into the loadout that I use now. It's pretty simple, really. It's this card, Fuel Reserves, that really brings this loadout together. Thanks to OB67, this build is finally viable now. You pump up that fuel reserves all the way to level 5 and you can get serious vertical mobility with this loadout. Along with that, air cooled and extended magazines helps you sustain through the fight as you jump around from place to place, allowing you to finally identify as that Apache attack chopper that you really are. Anyways, thank you for watching, and as usual, I appreciate any feedback, so please feel free to let me know. And hope you all enjoyed. Bye.